Where are we? Okay, we finished Romans. So we're at First Corinthians.
Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, written to a church community that Paul knew really well. Corinth was a major port city in the ancient world and had lots of temples to Greek and Roman gods. It was a big economic center. And so Paul strategically came here as a missionary. He spent a year and a half there getting to know people, talking to them about Jesus. And a whole bunch of people became followers of Jesus and formed a church community. You can read about all of this in Acts chapter 18. So after a while, Paul moved on to start churches in other cities, and he started getting reports that things were not going well at all back at the church in Corinth. It was plagued by all kinds of problems, and that's why he wrote this letter. It's broken up into 5 main parts along with a final greeting. And these 5 sections correspond to 5 main problems that Paul is addressing. And so the letter reads like a collection of short essays on different topics, but there are these core ideas that unite all of the pieces together. So here's what he does in each section. He describes the problem, but then he always responds to that problem with some part of the story of the gospel, which is the good news about Jesus. And he shows how they're actually not living out what they say they believe. And so this letter is all about learning to think about every area of life through the lens of the gospel. So let's dive in and see how he does it. In chapters 1 through 4, the problem is that there are these divisions in the church. There are some other teachers who had come through town since Paul left, a guy named Apollos and then Peter, and people had picked their favorite teacher and then became groupies around that leader and then started to talk bad and disrespect people who favored another leader or teacher. And so Paul, his response to this is kind of sarcastic and sharp. He says, you have to be kidding me, right? The church is not a popularity contest. The church is a community of people who are centered around Jesus. Its leaders and its teachers are simply servants of Jesus. So while you might prefer one leader more than another, it's not worth dividing over and certainly not speaking poorly about each other. The center of the church is Jesus and the good news about who he is and what he's done. In chapters 5 through 7, Paul addresses some problems related to sex. There were a number of people sleeping around in the church. One guy with his stepmother, a number of other people still worshiping at the local temples to Greek gods and sleeping with the prostitutes who worked there. Not only that, but there were people in the church who were saying that this was all just fine. They said, hey, we're free in Christ. God's grace is bottomless, right? It's fine. Paul says it's not fine. And with the gospel in hand, he shows just how wrong-headed this kind of thinking is. He says, remember, first of all, Jesus died for your sins, including the ruin of broken relationships that's caused by sexual misconduct. And so if you're a Christian, sexual integrity is one of the main ways that we respond to Jesus' love and grace. Paul also reminds them that just as Jesus was physically raised from the dead, so our bodies will be raised from the dead, which means this. If your body is being redeemed by Jesus now and in the future, then what you do with your body matters. It matters a lot. And it's not yours to do whatever you want with. Paul's being super clear. Being a follower of Jesus involves no compromise when it comes to sexual integrity. In chapters 8 through 10, the issue is about food, but not just food preferences, like do you like or dislike a certain food. The issue the Corinthians were divided over is meat that came from animals sacrificed in the local temples to Greek and Roman gods. And there was a split between the Jewish and non-Jewish Christians about how to respond to this issue. And once again, Paul appeals to some core ideas from the gospel. He says our allegiance, first and foremost, is to Jesus as Lord, not to any other gods. And so if you're in a situation where there's meat that's been dedicated to another god, and there are people around who might watch you and conclude, oh, look, hey, Christians worship Jesus, and they can worship other gods too. Paul says if that's the scenario, don't eat the meat. Your loyalty is to Jesus, and you should love those people more than yourself and not mislead them. But Paul quickly qualifies this and says, listen, as Christians, we believe God is the creator of all things, including that animal. And the temple idols, we believe, are just pieces of wood and stone. So if there's no one around who's going to misunderstand your actions and you're hungry, eat up. You're free as a new human in Christ to follow your conscience in these kind of debatable matters. So what makes it okay in one situation to eat, but not in the other? The core principle is love. Love will deny itself and look out for the well-being of other people. And love, God's love, is at the core of the gospel. It's what Jesus did when he died for us, and so Paul says it's what Christians should do for other people. In chapters 11 through 14, Paul moves on and addresses problems in their weekly worship gathering. There were some people who were having really powerful spiritual experiences in the gathering, and so they would start praying out loud in unknown languages. There were other people who might start sharing a teaching or a word from God, and then someone would get up and interrupt them because they wanted to share. And it all was really chaotic, and it was distracting people, especially visitors, from hearing the gospel. So in these chapters, Paul helps them think, first of all, about the purpose of this gathering, to help them see what kind of behaviors are appropriate. He says the gathering is a place where God's Spirit should be working through everybody, and it should happen in a unified way. So he develops this cool metaphor about the church as a human body. It's one, but it has all these different parts, and each part serves a unique and important role. So he goes on to name a whole bunch of things that the Spirit does through all these different people, all for the building up of the church. That's a key phrase in these chapters. And Paul concludes that the highest value in the gathering should be a concept central to the gospel, God's love. And love is a key word in these chapters too. Love will compel each person in the gathering to use their role to serve and seek the well-being of others. So Paul applies all this to the Corinthians' problems. Some people think the purpose of the gathering is to have intense spiritual experiences or to get a chance to speak their mind. And Paul says, listen, I'm a big fan of powerful experiences of prayer, but if it distracts other people or freaks them out, I should stop it because I'm loving myself more than I'm loving those people. The gathering around Jesus should be orderly so everybody can learn and sing and worship and hear God speaking to them. The last problem Paul addresses is the issue of Jesus' resurrection and the future hope of Jesus' followers. There were some people in the church who were saying that the idea of resurrection is ridiculous and doesn't really matter to being a Christian. And Paul reacts to this big time. He begins by saying that the resurrection is an indispensable part of the gospel. We believe in it because of the hundreds of eyewitnesses that saw Jesus alive in a physical body after being publicly executed by the Romans. If Jesus didn't rise from the dead, Paul says, then his death was meaningless. We are all still lost in our sin and selfishness. We should just stop being Christians. Paul then shows in detail how the resurrection was Jesus' victory over death and evil, how it's a source of life and power for us now in the present, and how it's a promise of future hope for the whole world. It's because of the resurrection that we have a reason to be unified around Jesus. It's the reason we have motivation for sexual integrity. It's the source of power for loving other people more than ourselves. And ultimately, it's our hope for victory over death. And so, Paul concludes, we do believe Jesus was raised from the dead, which means this. The gospel is not just moral advice or a recipe for private spirituality. It's an announcement about Jesus that opens up a whole new reality. And that's what 1 Corinthians is all about, seeing every part of life through the lens of that gospel.
All right, Broheim, take away. Paul was so Paul's in Corinth. He was there. We can read the story in Acts chapter 18, where he was there for a year and a half, and a church was planted. Now he left, and he's hearing a lot of things just going off the handles. And so what's really cool, and this challenges me, is, and I love this. This challenges me in how I think. When there's division among the clingers of Jesus, the reason we unify is the good news of Jesus. So even if it is political difference, if it is we have different views on X, Y, and Z, just name them. I mean, but if we say we cling to King Jesus, then that needs to be the unifying factor. It's not family allegiance. It is, yeah. Well, it's pure focus on Jesus. Like that's it. Like that is the thing that should bring us together. And so you have people who are compromising with their relations with others. And so it's because of Jesus' bodies being raised, our bodies will be raised. And so what you do now matters. And then here you have moments where people are just not operating for love for the other. And begin because since Jesus calls us for love, yep, and we gotta live everything we can for the other. And then in here, like you get people not believing in resurrecting. But that's the whole reason we can do it. Yep, that's the yeah. If it wasn't for Jesus resurrecting, we wouldn't be able to do all this good stuff. Yeah, if it also was for Jesus resurrecting, he would have just been a man who was crucified on the false charge. Yeah, and it'll just be he's dead.
There's no point in living anymore.
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah, he's just another dead man. Killed by the Romans. But his resurrecting is what upended. You know, we can live the good life. All right, friend, let's hop on and let's game until we bounce. Anything stood out to you, David?
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to hear it very clearly, so nope.
Oh, no sound went through?
Not very much sound.
Blacksmith.
Like I could tell there was something playing, but that was about it.
Oh, did you click on my screen? Like my live stream, did you click on that? Or was it you're just trying to pick up stuff on the microphone?
I guess I was just listening through the microphone.
Oh.
Food.
Hmm.
You go home, didn't see it. I'm good. Cheers. This is my farm now, boy.
Which farm are you saying is yours?
It was just a random villager's farm.
Ah, yes. Flame
David was.
villager.
Were you thinking he was just saying one of your farms is his?
Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to need to get my axe out.
What did you?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's how you know everything's cringe.
That's what you just known, that communication has done goofed.
Hello, Iron Golem.
But that's why we ask. That is why we ask for clarification.
No, run.
That's when we just gotta watch that 1 Corinthians for everyone again about gathering around Jesus, not around
Boy, Iron Golem.
Minecraft farming resources.
Boy, Iron Golem. Boy, here's what I do to get free iron.
Oh, you can just kill the iron golem? I'm guessing
Gives iron.
I'm guessing it drops
Boy,
iron.
Iron Golem.
Yep, iron golems drop iron. They are pretty dangerous, though. Yeah.
There is a cheese.
Unless you have them pinned or otherwise inaccessible.
Ah! More iron. Thank you.
No. That being said, I should probably stop using less weaponry. I forgot about just how poorly things can go sometimes. You know, when you're using that and it decides to roll against you several times in a row.
Oof. So I'm guessing it has a chance of like heavily critting the enemy and heavily critting you.
No. Unless gimmick is when you use it as a weapon or as a tool, strange things can happen. You know, drawn from several pools of like neutral things, good things, very good things, bad things, or very bad things. If you have anything that modifies your luck, this changes how frequently it pulls from which pools, but there's always a chance. And the right one. Yes, sometimes things can go wrong.
Oh, another dimensional door.
Yeah, when I was fighting, I think a zombie, it ended up spawning an iron golem to defend the zombie. And then when I was fighting the iron golem, it first spawned a bunch of chickens to stack on the golem, and then spawned another iron golem to get that it mounted the original one on. So there was a bit of a battle stack.
What a interesting challenge. It's like I feel like you're playing Elder Scrolls now, and you have the Waba.
Yes, Lust and the Wabbajack have a lot in common.
All right, I want to get my stuff out of here.
And part of why I was using it is because one of the events that can happen, and I don't remember which bucket it's in. I think I have it in as one of the very good buckets. Is that hitting an enemy can spawn a shulker to defend that enemy, which is it makes the fight harder, but it also means that you can kill a shulker.
What's a shulker?
It's like a thing that makes you float.
They're enemies from the end that you shoot bolts which can inflict floating on you. More importantly, their shells can be used to make shulker boxes, which are portable chests.
Decided to go the hard way up. I'm just
Dig straight up. What could go on?
well, not exactly straight up, but definitely getting out in a.
And if I don't get back to my base time, I'm gonna be in big trouble.
Okay, I'm definitely next to a cavern as I'm hearing the undead. Which is actually kind of a promising sign. It tells me at least whatever I pop is not going to be streams of water. But then since I have this going, I imagine it'll be a while until it drowns me since I have the water going. I mean, I'm pretty much going down from the depths.
I mean, and when you initially plunge into the water, it's not going to be too dangerous because you can just step out of the way of the stream. Water pressure is not exactly a thing in Minecraft. And then when you decide to try to punch through and get to the surface, well, you still have your full breath meter with which to do it.
Yeah, so then it's just a race against my breath meter.
Yep. And you can always poke your head and take a look, see if you can see the surface, and then decide from there.
Is that a good marker of survivability in swimming far away? Is if you can at least see it?
In my experience, the oceans in this game just don't get deep enough that surfacing's a problem.
Oh, okay.
If the main difficulty would be if it's a flooded cavern.
Okay.
Corey,
You have no idea how far you would have to go to be able to surface.
Corey, look at my chords.
Oh, you're negative 700 and negative 700 both ways. Fun.
It's not so bad.
No, what do you mean?
How far was I when I got tallied out? You remember the numbers?
You're like 1,000.
You get tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands. Oh.
Yeah, you were gone.
Have fun trying to get back to us. It's probably not time. Just get out yourself.
Which, I mean, that's why we had you just commit Sudoku.
Yeah.
Because you weren't coming back.
Ooh.
Corey.
A nice find. Some red ore.
Corey, should I just die?
No.
No.
If you're only at -700, You're only a couple minutes out. Heck, I could go meet you at that point. Just help escort
Okay.
you back.
What? Fuck is this? Corey? I am not going through here. Yeah, no thank you. I'm so gonna die, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually not too far from our main base. I'm only in the 400 and 500s. I'm just
At least you're not in the
I'm just-
negative 700s.
yeah, negative 19 down, so I'm not too.
I don't really know how to even get
If you're in
back.
if you're in the 4 to 500s, you're directly under the base.
Yeah.
Ah.
What a fun. I'm pretty much making a stairs all the way down to the lava area, so if we ever just want to explore that deep.
Oh my god, bro. Why did I go through that door in the first?
Because you didn't realize things would go so horribly wrong.
No. Now it's gonna take like 20 years to get back to my base.
Can you imagine setting yourself to one of those challenges where it's like the stories of like people like pretty much spending 20 years mining out like a whole large world, something like that?
I'd rather spend my time elsewhere.
Should I really go for another dimensional door?
Okay, so what are your current coordinates?
Me?
Yes.
It's like negative 1,160 60 negative 650.
Is it both are negative?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Oh,
Move all this stuff away and then move
no, that is bad, bro.
No, you're what? 2,500 blocks away from base?
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
bad.
it's a hike, but that's what
I think I'm stuck in I think I messed up.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
I was mining this stone to get this chest, this dimensional door, and I broke the door itself.
You can put the door back. You
Yeah,
can put the
I
door
did
back.
that, but it wouldn't work.
It should.
Well, that's a smart
so
move.
that-
Just breaking the door.
Oh, I'm back. Stop. No. Don't look at my cords. Don't look at it.
Oh. He's in 2000s. Are you just going to go in and out until it teleports you
I
somewhere
want to
closer?
die at this point.
Do you have anything worth holding
I
on?
have 2 diamonds and 8 iron.
Yeah, but- okay, here. I'm on my way. Well, mostly. Got slightly distracted finding Enderman, but I'm on my way.
Why is this absolute so? And I have like absolutely no weapons. I don't even want to use
So-
my diamonds for weapons.
So long as you just, keep trekking towards home, it won't take that long.
And there's so much monsters in this village. I'm so dead.
Just as a reminder, home is at about 400. By the time you're there,
like
you should
that.
be able to just see home.
Open the door. No, actually, though. Open the door. Blacksmith. Oh my god. Another dimensional door.
No, no, don't. If you are trying to get home with your treasure, then resist going into the other dimensional doors for now. You can go. You can do that later. There's
Give me the hay
honestly
bales.
quite a lot of them.
Give me food. Give me all the hay bales.
Oh. Oh, I'm a lucky little goober.
Do you find diamonds?
No, in escaping, I literally like
Oh.
I was 1 block away from opening into a flooded cavern. Like it is part of my path. Like my part of my path is literally like I don't know if you can see my screen, David.
Let me.
No.
Char. This is my screen. I'm like literally going
Nope.
straight up.
Well, Corey, whatever you're streaming, it's just showing. Oh, bugger.
Oh, just showing chaos and black here.
Yep.
Give me my diamonds.
Before you respawn, what are your coordinates?
Same thing.
I see.
Give me my diamonds. I want my diamonds.
Huh. Why is that let me put was it oh there we go, because I was on that's on top of it. That's why.
Please. Please. All I want is my diamonds.
Well, suppose it's up to you. Do you want to walk to where you died, pick them up, and then come back?
I'm
Or
trying
do you
to
want to accept
find
the loss?
them. Oh, found them.
Oh, you mean
Get
the
out here.
diamonds that are in your chest.
Eh.
I see.
I'm actually just gonna go in a building and just hide for the rest of the night, bro. Give me all the hay. I need the food.
Oh, okay. You didn't respawn in the village. You respawned back. Yeah,
Well, I set my
in a
spawn point at the
villager.
most recent
village.
village I visited.
Okay.
I'm still at the same course.
So there is actually a sandbox survival game that I've actually been wanting to try. I think it's on my wish list. That I think as it gets closer to early access, I'll love to explore it with you, David.
Okay, which one?
It is. Let me hit my wish list. Oh, I don't have it on my wish list. Come on. It's called the Caverns of Quib. If I remember right. I could be wrong.
Caverns of Quib. Okay.
Oh, that's such. No, I ever did it on the Wii. Oh, exactly what I need.
I might have to use. Oh no, not this game. See if I can look on games like it.
You have
You know what?
pickaxe.
I should
boy.
probably when I'm looking at Steam games, I should not be. Oh. I should probably just. Okay, where is my? There you are.
Good to know.
Alright, I
About
think I haven't stacked enough on bread.
Mm.
Don't mind me.
Now I gotta find the game.
Yeah, I think I'm.
It was like. I'll just look up Terraria and then look at games like this, and it should be like that. So it's like It's kind of like Zelda graphics, kind of like Zelda Link to the Past, kind of
Okay.
like that top, like kind of like the top down, but it's then like Terraria.
Okay.
I can't make Augie go to your room, B. That's not something for. I'm not going to do that. Like I'm not. You could try getting him in your room with treats, but Daddy's not going to force him in your room. Oh, Core Keeper.
Core Keeper. All right.
Mhm. Oh, looks like it is out of early access.
No. Suppose we may have to give it a try in the nearest future then.
On my wish list. Put this one off.
Okay. Double checking coordinates. I'm currently at -800, -800.
Oh. Oh, you're trying to find. I see. You're trying to find Char.
Yep. So, Charlie. What are your coordinates currently?
Negative. No, wait. 3,064 and negative 3,000.
Oh, wait. Did you go through more dimensional doors?
No, I just found
That's-
another village.
That's substantially further than you said you were last time.
Did you actually go the wrong way, Broheim? Weren't you at 2,000 before?
Yeah, but I found this village.
Was that But if you're at 2,000 versus 3,000, that means you stepped 1,000
I
away.
did a dimensional door before, and then it teleported me closer to you.
Well, you did.
So you did do a dimension
But
door.
like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, well, if you're going to be playing teleportation games, there's no point in me trying to meet up with you.
Well, I'm not gonna do it again.
Is that a promise?
Yes.
Okay, so what are your current coordinates?
3,000 or negative 2,900.
3,000 by -2,000. Okay.
Oh.
Right. Yes.
Man, it takes ages. Move, move. Go, go, go. Don't die. Whew.
There's got 9 diamonds. No, not 9. I got
Luckily, that cavern, like, even though it's a flooded cavern, it still had, like, a top that I could get air in.
Okay. I'm surprised that you still committed to swimming when you saw it was a flooded cavern.
Yeah, I should probably go around, but now I'll just look, and then I'll go right
Well,
now and look and see where I
actually-
can work around.
What sort of pickaxe do you have?
Me?
No, Corey.
Transite.
Okay. That should be good enough. Yeah. So long as you take relatively short swims and start digging at the ceiling at about 5-ish bubbles,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to make your way along the flooded cave if you think they'll get you to the surface.
I'm gonna swap this. I'm actually like, I want this to be a path for us if we want to go deep and get the deep ore. So I'm gonna work around it, and I'm pretty close to the surface. I'm at 41 on the Y. What is the surface?
That's not too deep.
Yeah.
The sea level is 64, so the surface can vary from that to I think about 130 for the mountains.
Okay. Hmm. All right.
Yeah,
So
our base is very close to sea level, so you're probably looking at something in the 70 to 80
so
range.
I'm in 541.
Yeah, you're basically on top of the base.
I'm basically below the base kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay. So the question is, okay, so I see is the red north?
If you're holding a compass, yes.
Well, I'm talking about like if I hit F3, it shows me an X, Y.
Actually, red is east and blue is south.
Oh, blue is south.
So yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking here.
I mean, you could just do a spiral staircase up
Yeah.
if you don't want to change your position.
I'll try that. I'll see how much. So I'm like right under, so I'm not at the sea. Okay, good. Oh,
I mean, yeah, I don't know if you're under the ocean or not. I just know that the home coordinates are roughly 400 to 400, but the base is large. But our homes are spread out over like I think 1 to 200 blocks, so you have a fairly large target at this point.
yeah. All right. So so that direction, no matter what, I get water. So I want to see if I go down this direction. See if I can change. I can make it act like I'm going towards camp, so away from waters. I know we're pretty close to the ocean.
Yep. My home is directly seaside because I find that very convenient.
Oh, hill of sand. Oh, that was a bad idea, killing the sand. Oh, actually, I'm literally right at the. I can see I'm right at Land Ho.
Nice. So Charlie, how goes your adventure? Am I trying to catch up this way when this is the right
Oh, clay
scope of
ball. I was
travel?
like, what is
Going to
this?
the nether would be faster.
Oh, that's water. Goes that?
No, it's water. It's not clay.
Yes.
Come on.
I'm lucky. I was just right outside the ocean.
Well, fortunately you managed to not get flooded.
Yeah.
Could have been troublesome.
Come here.
Oh.
Glorious sunlight.
Oh man.
Oh,
It's
I
like
have an
knowing
emerald.
that like
That's your favorite type.
I had like this deep adventure and I was able to get out moderately safe. All right, I'm gonna build something to represent the achievements, but also show there's a hole to the depths here.
All right.
Actually, I think I see a house right there. Yep, I see our,
Oh, my
location.
husband. Okay, so I've got my pickaxe. I'm going to need building materials and lots of it. Or the bridge is going to be made of netherrack. I guess that works too.
This is fun. It looks like an ominous dungeon entrance.
Wood.
What does your diamond shards do?
A diamond what?
What do the diamond shards do?
I'm sorry, I'm not catching the second word.
What do the
diamond-
diamond shards do?
Oh, diamond shards?
Yeah.
You can combine them once you have 9 of them to make a full diamond. They... You think of them as the equivalent of a diamond nugget. They don't have any particular uses outside of that currently. honestly, just a bucket of water is useful to have around. Don't like this. I can hear it.
Knowing that I can't fall off with shift is a game changer.
It is. It really is. Alright, got my next batch of building material. Coming through, zombie pigmen. Beep beep.
There we go.
That looks prettier.
Interesting. Did you do this
Nope.
glass lava setup, or was this?
No,
done?
that's Justin's. I think that. Yep, that's a chicken machine.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
Yep, I believe.
Yeah, there's definitely a chicken in
There's
there.
yeah, there's chickens up in the top. When the chicken lays eggs, the eggs will be collected by a hopper and then shot out by the dispenser in there. Any chicks that hatch will stand on that platform. Chicks are short enough that they won't be burnt by the lava, but adult chickens are tall enough to be burnt. So when they grow up, they burn to death, and cooked chicken ends up in the receptacle at the bottom.
Back.
Fun little contraptions. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, so
Day 58.
unfortunately, my path through the Nether has run into a complication called a gigantic lava lake.
Ah,
So it's not going super fast, but so it goes.
did you go through your own nether portal?
I went through the Nether portal that's in Charlie's house because that's currently the only Nether portal in the base.
Feeling almost confident to join you.
All right. Given that we're basically doing a bunch of bridging over lava,
Mm-hmm.
I recommend only bring the basics with you. So some armor, probably iron would be sufficient. And pickaxe, a weapon.
Yeah, I got 64, 12 makes 76.
Alternatively, do you happen to own an ender pearl?
I should own 2. Yeah, I have 2.
In that case, I recommend making a contingency charm using a injury trigger and a what's it called? A warp reactor. That way, should you fall into lava or something, when you get to critical health, you'll be snapped back to your house and burned to death there.
Oh. That's cool. Okay. So if you ever need lapis, I have 3 stacks, 3 full stacks.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'll make that contingency charm. So I want to go full smuff.
Sounds like a plan. You're going to need 8 gold, 1 ender pearl, and 4 bone meal.
Okay, I have 11 raw gold. Do I just melt that into gold bars?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so 11 gold bars. I have my pearl. What else? 8 gold bars, pearl.
8 gold bars, a pearl, and 4 bone meal. A light injury charm is made with full bones. A more severe injury charm is made with bone meal. Broken bones.
Okay, so I'm guessing take this. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Bone meal. There it is. Okay. Got that. Bone meal.
And you'll probably just want to look up recipes on with bone meal.
Okay.
To figure out how to make the reactor.
Yeah, we'll be leaving in 6 minutes. Might die. Okay, so is that the injury trigger?
Yes.
Okay, so
Triggers when you're on low health.
yeah, I first make that. And then I put an ender pearl with it.
You need to make a warp reactor, which the key ingredient of that is an ender pearl.
Okay. So then I hit you on that. Oblivion trigger, warp reactor. Okay, I see. So that's what I see down why it fully costs 8 gold bars. That makes sense.
Yeah, the main cost of making charms is going to be the golden, for the most part.
Okay, so the first one will be that. Oh. All right, I am doing something wrong here. It's just burr. Okay, the injury and trigger. Oh, I see. So bone meal, bone meal, bone meal. Like that. All right.
I'm going to show you a neat trick. If you just right click on, if you do U on the bone meal again.
Okay.
All right. And that now you should just be able to click that plus.
Oh.
Oh, gosh dang it. It's not counting the gold that's already in there. Okay, back out. Yeah.
I see. So
and now you can do it again.
Then if I see. Okay.
Speeds up crafting a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so now I need a warp reactor. There it is.
Yo, I find a.
Okay, now how do I put them together?
You know what? I
Staples
just found a
recipe,
mob
just combine them.
spawner.
Okay. Okay. And I just hold it in my inventory, and then if I die, I'll die.
Well, if you reach critical health, if you get killed outright, it won't have an opportunity to trigger.
Okay.
But against stuff like burning to death, it's a fairly nice contingency.
Oh, that my inventory. Sweet, I won't be like completely. I won't be throwing myself, but it's nice to have that.
Yeah.
All right, looks like my pickaxe is almost donezo, so let's grab some of that, and I'll make another pickaxe. Later, I'll be more organized.
Careful. That's a very dangerous claim that can easily lead to it just never happening. I speak from tragic experience. All right. Well, once you enter the Nether, Yeah, just look for the diagonal path cutting into the distance.
Okay. Before I go, when it comes to enchanting, can I just take the lapis and start enchanting, or is there other stuff that needs to be that needs to happen?
You just need lapis and levels. Level 30 is where you get the best stuff, but you can enchant
Oh,
earlier.
I'm level 21. I could wait.
Just be aware that due to the exponential nature of levels, level I think 21 is about 40% of the way to level 30.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Anything else? Actually, I should probably get more food. Let me go kill a couple things.
Well, you could harvest the cows.
That.
Obviously not all of them, but you should have plenty of wheat laying around.
Yep. Actually, I have it in my chest, but I'll just go gather some wheat.
Right, you can always use more leather.
Oh, so leather then is for books. That's right. Because I was like, wait, I'm beyond leather armor. Ah, books.
Yeah, books, and also it just shows up in a fair number of useful cosmetics, like the item frame.
Make another. Oh, shovel.
I got a gold ingot. Golden apples.
Nice.
Oh man, like the stuff of nightmares. The March of the Sheep. Oh, if I hold it, it just all does automatically. That's nice.
Oh my god.
It's like a mosh pit.
They want your wheat. Give it.
Oh my god. Oh.
They needed that wheat.
You didn't know this week came with a charge. Your life.
If you jump, you'll do critical hits, which is much more convenient for harvesting cows. Though you do the crit on the down, on the falling.
Oh.
It's also helpful because you don't sweep when you're falling, which means that you don't collateral all the other cows and cause them to freak out.
Okay. Is that for everything you crit when you're mid-falling?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, all melee weapons.
Alright.
Terms and conditions apply, but you know how it is.
Alright.
There's fiddly details I just don't want to get into.
Thanks for letting me kill your brothers. Here's some weed. Okay, I think 31 raw beef is good enough.
Actually, if you just toss that into a furnace, yeah, I've got plenty of cooked meat that I can share once you catch up.
Okay. Alright, well that'll have to be for another time because we're actually at time. Gotta go.
Knowledge book.
Oh. Oh. Oh, what? No, 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 no. Oh, I see. Those are tiny. The heck's hurting me? I'm gonna die.
I recommend retreating inside.
Troy.
Oh. Luckily, my stuff's there. I can just get it. Heck?
Oh, looks like you got your stuff back, so that's good.
Gonna die again.
Okay, is there no way out of your hole? Oh, I'm gonna die again. Oh wait, it despawned.
No, no, that just visual effect now that you're
Oh.
dead.
All right. Like no. Okay, I guess. Oh, there goes my experience and my pride. All right, I got my stuff. Oh. There's like no, I mean like that's probably intentionally you have no way out of the hole, but there's no way out of your hole, Char. How?
Oh. We don't know.
Just this?
It's back.
All right.
I
Oh, that thing. Okay. All right, Char. We gotta go, my friend.
know. Disconnect.
All right.
Oh, Corey, I
Oh,
think
no.
I'm going to. You'll want to finish that that nether bridge so that, so that Char will have a way home next time. So could you shut off the server when you get back instead of right now?
I could be flexible with that.
All right.
Keep on all night. Nah, I'm just kidding.
All right. Love you, David.
Bye, David.